Now we're gonna roll out the fronts of our legs, part of your quads, and we're gonna think of it as a three-dimensional rollout. So the fronts and the sides of that muscle. So I'm gonna get Matt to come down onto his forearms and just start with one leg on top of the roller. And this is a little bit more of the advanced one. If the one leg is too much for you, you can always bring two legs on the roller. From here, he's gonna use the arms. He's gonna pull himself forward and back. So we're getting a nice roll out to the front of the quad on his right leg. See? Good, nice and slow, even slower here. And again, you wanna keep that leg nice and long, foot relaxed, breathing slowly. And always remember you're inhaling and exhaling with each motion. Forward, back, good. And a tendency, these muscles do get overused and just in life in general. So doing any sort of release for the tops of our legs is good. It again gives a little bit more increase of range of motion for the hips and knees to work a little bit better, more fluidly. So Matt's gonna externally rotate the leg a little bit, so toes turn up. We're gonna come a little closer down towards the VMO, the little teardrop shaped muscle that's on the inner edge of the knee. But again, we're not going down to the kneecap, we're just kind of going up and down the inside part of the thigh. Good, and then he's gonna internally rotate the leg so the toes point in, and you're almost at like the diagonal of the thigh. So we're not on the front, we're not on the side, we're right in between those 2 points. Good, forward, back. Nice and slow. I'll show you a little stretch that you can do for your quads. Your right leg is gonna be back, so whatever leg that you just stretched out stays behind us. The left foot comes forward, and you can keep your hands or your forearms on the thigh, or having your hands down by the front foot. And feel a nice stretch through the front of that leg. Good job. So now we're gonna go into our hamstrings. So this is the back of the thigh. Matt's gonna place his right leg on top of that roller. Nice. Hands by your side, lifting the bum, and then he's gonna roll forward and back, again, nice and easy. Same thing here, you can have 2 legs off the ground. Remember, there's more weight when we do that on the roller, so you just go at your pace and whatever you need. Or you can place the left foot down and just have one leg on. And he's gonna go forward and back nice and slow and controlled. The slower you go, the better it is for that muscle to release that fat. Remember, we don't wanna go too quick. So the blood's flowing, it's increasing the blood flow to the area, speeding up the recovery of the muscle. Nice, and in. And I'm sure Matt's feeling nice and warm already just by doing this. Okay, let's do one more. Forward and release. So an example after a release like that, into a stretch, I'm gonna get Matt to keep his right leg forward and take the left foot onto the inner edge of that thigh and then reach forward and release. Good. So you have a little bit of a stretch there. You can hold that for 10 seconds after you rolled out for about 20 to 30 seconds, and then you feel that nice little release. Don't have to hold it for too long, make sure you're breathing. And then from there, you wanna take the roller back under again and maybe do it 2 more times. So now we're gonna go up into the glutes. So we're gonna come onto the foot roller. Matt's already there. He has his right knee bent and he's on his right butt cheek. And then the left knee is bent, foot's on the floor, hands are behind. You can also have the left hand on the right shin. But again, if you're not really good with balance, then keep the hands behind you. And all he's gonna do is he's gonna roll up that bum and down. Good. So we're kind of hitting more piriformis, a little bit more in the glutes, up and in. Good. And you can even test this out and go a little bit more to the outer edge of that muscle. And forward and back, nice and slow, inner edge. Okay, breathing through that. And this one's quite intense if you do carry a lot of tension in the hip. Again, you can ease off. Another modified version, if this is too much, the leg can be extended down onto the floor, so it's not actually crossed over your leg. Just like that. So that's a good modified version. That's where you want to start with. And if you feel like that's easy for you to do, then maybe you can start to bend it over the left thigh as we head back. And then from there, a stretch for you that you can do is cross the right leg over the left thigh, hug the knee in with your left arm, and then you're gonna rotate in toward that. So you'll feel a bit of a stretch in your right hip, also a nice release in your spine. Breath in. And then from there, if you feel comfortable and your knee's okay, you can always fold that knee over